So we're going to quickly go over how to set up the lumbar traction machine and kind of conduct the modality. So you can see we kind of have it set up over here. First thing you want to do if you don't have the straps set in is make sure the top one, triangle shape, is going to be your upper body one, is locked in here. All you do, lock it in the back. And then your bottom one is going to be free for now, okay? And it's going to be the skinnier one, kind of. It's going to end up going across the chest. We're going to have Thane here lay down. One thing you want to make sure you do is put a pillow so they're comfortable. So Thane, I'm just going to have you lay down with your head here, feet there. Then to strap in, you want to make sure these are tight. Before you do it, make sure everything's kind of straight. But I'm going to have you put your arms up like this, and then you're going to kind of put it across their chest. For females, remember, you want to be under their breasts for this, otherwise it'll be very uncomfortable. But I'm going to strap in Thane here, nice and tight. And it might be uncomfortable for them at first with how tight you want it, but it'll get better once they start getting pulled. And then with the lower one, you're just going to kind of palpate iliac crests, find it, then can you bridge up? And then get these nice and close, that's good. So here's the iliac crest. Notice that I have some of this strap above them, then just a little bit below. And then again, I'm going to tighten. All right, and then don't forget to unlock, but we're not going to do that yet. Adam.
All right, so next part here, we're going to take this strap that's kind of lined up with our other strap. There's a little loop right here. It's going to come through the loop. And we want this ring to be right in the middle. So you're going to kind of adjust that until it's in the middle. Tightening like this, so through the bottom, over the top and back through. Make sure that that is straight so it doesn't get tangled while you're doing that. And the way that I like to do this, hold that right in the middle with your thumb and really crank it down. It's going to feel like it gets really tight for them at first. Make sure you ask, does that feel okay once that's tightened down? Okay, we want them to be able to breathe comfortably and everything, but we want it to be really tight, otherwise that's not going to pull the way that it's supposed to. And then you're going to bring this up, hook it right underneath there on the loop. And then on the machine here, to hook that up, we have the button that says rope release. So while you're holding that down, that's going to release this rope and you can pull it out to the length that you want. You can let go of the button. And that is going to attach right to that loop like that. Make sure you kind of take the slack off that rope, hold down that button again, let it come back, and while you're holding it down, give that a pull. This is while the table's still locked, so the table's not moving. So that's nice and tight. Let go of the button, and now that's no slack at all. Then you can unlock the table. So in this case, if we're working on a disc, he's going to be in a flat position. The other position that we might see, you might have bolsters under the knees, so his knees might be in this position, or his legs might be up on a table to prop up for other reasons. When we go to put the settings in here, first thing I want to do is make sure that he's still comfortable in this position with this all locked in. Good? Okay. You're going to click lumbar traction. You're going to click edit. You're going to make sure that this is all static, all three of these. So cycle through that until they are all static all the way across. You're going to be able to set the total treatment time here. That's while it's pulling. And then we have ramping up and ramping down. So you can go in here to edit min and max levels to set the weight, the amount of pull. So this is after you know the patient's body weight and your treatment. You're going to go in and set that max. So let's say that we're doing 75 pounds. So you're going to enter minimum level. That's going to be concerned with intermittent traction, so we won't cover that right now. You're going to set the number of steps that you want up and down right here, so let's just leave that at 6. And then you can also do rest hold times right here. So this time here, the progressive steps is going to be the amount of time it takes to take each step on its way up. So 10-second holds, and then it's gonna go to the next step on its way up through those 6 steps, and then the regressive steps here. This middle one is gonna be if you're doing intermittent traction, you can edit the amount of time that it's holding and resting in between. All right, so after you have all your parameters in, all the weights are set and everything, and we're ready to go. Last thing I wanna make sure of is that I hand the patient this button. So usually the way I explain this is this button, if you feel uncomfortable, painful, anything at any time, if you get really nervous and we're not here to check on you, feel free to hit that. That's gonna stop the traction, and it's gonna really slowly bring you back together. So it won't, immediately whip you back. It'll be really slow. Other thing is, after the treatment is done, I'll take this button from him. We'll get a beeping sound, by the way, to let us know that it's done. And the steps that we'll take to get him off of this. Number one, we'll release the rope again and unstrap that. Make sure to bring it back. Make sure always take the slack off the rope when you hit that button, otherwise it'll really snap back quick. We're gonna undo this first. Let that hang down there. I'm gonna undo this strap first. Let that just hang down on the side. And then it's really important to tell the patient that you want to be really slow when you're getting up. So first things first, I'm going to ask, did that feel okay for you today?
Yep.
Any weird pain or anything like that?
Nope.
Awesome. So when you get up here, what I want you to do is I want you to roll onto your side and then push yourself up sideways. And when you're in that seated position, all right, make sure the table's locked. When you're in that seated position on the side of the table, so go ahead and put your legs off the table. You're just gonna sit right here, and I want you to just sit for 3 or 4 minutes, okay? So what's happening right now is your spine, some vertebrae have kind of separated a little bit, and now gravity's just bringing them back together nice and slow. So we wanna make sure you don't get up right away, because things could spasm when you're in that loose position, okay?